Is the Bible historically reliable? We absolutely believe so. We look no further than the 6 lines of testimony that begin with the letter E. First, we have early testimony. Most, if not all, the New Testament documents were written prior to AD 70. Secondly, we have eyewitness testimony. For example, there are over 140 details between the book of Acts and the Gospel of John that have been verified either by eyewitness detail, or by the details that only an eyewitness can know, or they knew someone who was an eyewitness. Third, we have embarrassing testimony. That may sound a little strange to you, but there are many embarrassing details in the text that the writers would have never made up and inserted in a text of a story that they were fabricating. Like the fact that they never would have made up a story of Jesus calling Peter Satan. They never would have written that Peter denied Jesus Christ 3 times. They certainly wouldn't have made up a story about running away like cowards and painting the women as the brave ones at the crucifixion. If these stories were made up, they would not have embarrassed themselves in their fictitious tale. That simply makes no sense at all. They would have not had the women be the first witnesses. They would not doubt that he had risen from the dead after he had risen from the dead. The gospel of Jesus is not a made-up story. Fourth, we have excruciating testimony. That literally means out of the crucifixion. Because the crucifixion caused all of these people, every one of these individuals who were witnesses, to die brutal deaths, excruciating deaths. None of them recounted. They could have saved themselves by saying Jesus has not risen from the dead, but they did not recount. They went to their death saying, He is risen. Fifth, we have expected testimony. In other words, there are Old Testament prophecies that cause us to expect the Messiah. Jesus shows up in the first century fulfilling over 300 of these prophecies. Look at Isaiah 53. You need not go much further than that. And finally, we have extra-biblical testimony. We have 10 non-Christian sources within 150 years of Jesus and early Christianity writing about the stories of Christianity. And much of their accounts rehearse for us the things we hear in the New Testament. So for these 6 reasons, early, eyewitness, embarrassing, excruciating, extra-biblical, and expected testimony, we know that the New Testament is historically reliable, and you can too.